So I'm proud to introduce Cass's wife. You can say hi, Cass, what? Now, I think Devin's not feeling good. I'll tell you. Devin's the other daughter. She had to stay back in Austin. Dane, right here. Dane Harson. Davis. And your new head football coach at Arkansas State, Bryan Harsin.
Let me just say this first. How yes. Thank you. Wow, what a tremendous, tremendous honor it is to be the head football coach at Arkansas State University. And this is an opportunity that I felt I've prepared myself for a long time. And I didn't know it was going to feel this good to be up here. The only, I got a chance to address the football team just a few minutes ago, and the only disappointing thing about this right now is getting a chance to sit with those players and talk to them and know that they're going to head out to that football field here in about 30 minutes and be out there practicing, preparing for the bowl game, to win the bowl game, and I can't be out there with them. And that's where I want to be, with those players. First of all, let me just, I want to give some thank yous where they're due. And it starts with my family. And it starts with my wife in particular. You know, it's funny, we met when we were 14 years old, so we've been together a long time. And so anything of significance that I've done, she's been there. And so, thank you. I want to thank my kids. My oldest daughter is not here. She's not feeling well, but you'll get a chance to see her. And my daughter, Devin, and my son, doesn't look anything like me. They have been fantastic, and they are all in. And that's what I love about having this opportunity to be here and to share it with my family and to share it with you. I want to thank Terry for believing in me and giving me the opportunity to do this. And I am excited about the vision that he has for Arkansas State University. And that was something that was so key for me, is to see and hear and feel the energy he's going to bring, that he does bring to Arkansas State University, and I feel his passion. I want to thank System President Welch and Chancellor Hudson for the confidence that they've given to me to be a part of the Red Wolf Nation, and the belief and the inspiration that I felt in those meetings that we had to continue to build and progress here. I want to thank Chris Peterson and Mack Brown. Those two have been a part of my life and have helped develop who I am today. And that started at Boise State with Chris Peterson. Being a player there and being a coach there and having the opportunity to be a part of a program that through the development, through the hard work, through the constant growth opportunities that the coaches there, Chris, Dan Hawkins, pursued, To watch that grow and to become what it was on a national stage was great for me to be a part of and to learn from and to see how that process is done. And that process is key in the development of myself and where I've developed my ideas of how I feel about a program and the process it has to take in order to get to that level. I want to thank Mack Brown. There was no place, we were never planning on leaving Boise, Idaho. That was home. And there was no place that we had considered throughout that process, the success that we had at Boise, that was going to get us out of there. And then Mack Brown called. And there was an opportunity at Texas and no other place in the country to leave for a coordinator position but the University of Texas, and to be with Coach Mack Brown and to learn from one of the best in the business that's done it, that's been at the highest level, that's as much as a person, but the integrity that he showed within his program, within his assistants, his team, was tremendous to learn from. Finally, I want to thank my family, my mom and dad, Dale and Becky, for their inspiration and for their absolute backing on everything I've done in this profession, and just giving me the ability and the right mindset to go out there and believe that I can accomplish and that we can accomplish what we set out and the goals that we set forth, and to continue to get better in those areas. When I took the job, I knew I wanted it. There was no doubt. You could hear the other candidates that Terry talked about and the opportunity to be here. There's a buzz about Arkansas State, and there's 2 conference championships, and this program continuing to show on a stage that they have built and continue to build towards winning, and to carry over from what the former coaches, Coach Freeze, Coach Malzahn, and what they had done here and the success they had, and to continue to build in that area and to continue to build from what they've started and to continue to make it better is what we plan to do. And that's what was exciting about the opportunity when I had a chance to sit down with Terry and to feel that enthusiasm. And that's what was exciting, and that's what I wanted to be a part of. One of the areas now, as we look towards what we have to get done, is we've got to do a great job in recruiting. We have got to get to work, and that's where we plan to do that. First of all, recruiting, it's going to start with getting a staff. It's going to start with putting together the best staff in the country, putting together the best staff for these players so they can go out and be successful not only on the field, but off the field. And that we have a staff that is devoted to recruiting, that we have a staff that is looking to continue to get better each and every day. And that's what I look for as we put this staff together, if we put these candidates in mind, and we start to build in that area, and we start to look towards our recruiting process next. And we've got to do a great job. We've got to finish out. We've got to finish our recruiting. That's one area. That's the lifeblood of any program. And so we've got to hit that ground running right now. We've got to get to work. We've got to get where we are right now with our recruits. They've got to understand that Arkansas State University is going to continue in its progress, is going to continue in the success it's had, and we want those players to be a part of it. And we want players that right now maybe are not quite sure about what we're doing, to let them understand and see where we're heading and what we're about to do, and to get those recruits and those players interested in us, and to get them here on this campus and see what it's all about, and to see where we want to take this program. I know this. I know that one thing, it's not going to be all about putting together a staff. It's not going to be all about recruiting. It's not going to be all about X's and O's. One of the things that Kes and I talked about is making sure that we do a great job, and we want to be a part of this community. We want to be a part of the lives, not just in this football program. Thank you. I know this. I know that it's not just the football team, that it's not just the university. It's an entire community that backs and makes all of this work. And support is what's tremendous and what's huge in continuing to get better and better. And we're excited about that. You know, one of the things that I really want to talk about, I want to talk about the X's and O's. You know, we talked about those plays that I knew exactly would work in that game. No, you know, I think this. I think the number one thing that we've got to do and that is important is it starts in our strength and conditioning. You got to have a strong foundation. You've got to have the right guy in place because he's going to spend the most time with those players, and we've got to build toughness. We've got to be tough. We've got to be mentally tough. We've got to be physically tough. When we step on that field, we're able to handle not just the games, but the practices, the demands, the intensity we want to have. So we have complete confidence when we step on that field to go out and do our jobs. And that starts in the strength department. Next is defense. And I'm an offensive guy. And I know this. I know what a good defense can do. I know a defense that plays with attitude. I know a defense that runs around and flies to the ball. And every play, whether they're on the tackle or not, there's 11 guys around it. That's attitude. And a defense that's opportunistic, that creates their chances, that's around the ball. When they do those things, good things happen. And a defense that can stop the run. That's the number one. You want to do something, you stop the run. You make them put that ball in the air, and that's something that we plan on doing. Offensively, we want to have a tempo offense. We want to have a high-flying, high-powered scoring offense. We want to have fun. That's what we're going to do on offense. We're going to have fun. I already asked how many of those wide receivers in there can throw, so every hand went up. I think it was all the wideouts. Maybe some linemen did too, but they'll get their chances. But you know, we want to have fun. That's part of it. That's part of the game, and that's part of you know, what I believe, and to get a lot of guys involved. You want to have your players. That's why they come here. They come here to play. All right. Well, they got to do their jobs. They have to do their part. They have to know what to do. But they want to play. Get those guys in there and give them an opportunity to do that. And so we've always, you know, I believe that giving those players that chance to get in there and have opportunities, to have packages for players, to let them do those things, I think is very important. And then last, special teams. And the one thing, there's a reason why it's called special. All right, somebody came up with that name, and it's true. And if you want to be special on special teams, the best players play on special teams, because that phase can win you ball games, and that's an important phase that has got to continue to develop and get better, and has to be equally as important as any other phase in your system. In conclusion, I want to say this. I am excited, I am fired up, and I am looking forward to getting to work as your head coach at Arkansas State University.